A man who commands himself commands the world. But a man who is a slave to his desires is shackled before he even steps onto the battlefield of life. To the Stoic, every encounter is a test, a challenge to remain firm, resolute, and unmoved by the fleeting whispers of pleasure. A woman's seduction is not always an invitation. Oftentimes, it is a test of your discipline, your control, and your ability to remain sovereign over yourself. The wise do not flee from such encounters, nor do they surrender. Instead, they master themselves amidst the storm. Here, we unveil 8 signs that she is trying to seduce you, not to encourage indulgence, but to sharpen your awareness, to steal your will, and to remind you that no external force should govern your being. 1. The gaze that lingers too long. The eyes are the windows to the soul, but also the doorway to temptation. You have felt it before. That gaze that holds just a second too long, the unbroken stare that invites you into the abyss of desire. She may be a stranger across the room, a co-worker whose eyes seek yours during mundane conversations, or a longtime friend who has recently begun watching you differently. The question is not whether the gaze is real, but whether you will allow it to sway your reason. A Stoic remains unshaken. To succumb to such a glance is to give up your dominion over your own mind. Seneca warns us, if you shape your life according to nature, you will never be poor. If according to people's opinions, you will never be rich. Do not let her gaze dictate your path. Instead, meet it with the composure of one who governs himself, never of one who is governed. 2. The subtle touch that stirs the fire. A touch is not merely physical, it is an invitation, a whisper of what could be, a spark that, if not controlled, can ignite an unquenchable flame. The brush of her hand against yours, the lingering presence near your shoulder, the casual touch that is anything but accidental. These are not just movements, they are tests. She may be a woman at the gym adjusting your form, a colleague who finds reasons to stand too close, or a friend who suddenly breaks personal boundaries. The Stoic does not recoil, nor does he surrender. Instead, he remains still, knowing that his response dictates his fate. Epictetus reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. Your body is yours to command. It should not react without your will. The moment another controls your response, you are no longer free. 3. The voice that sings of sweet promises. Words are weapons, and flattery is their deadliest form. She praises you with intention, her words dripping with admiration that feeds the weakest part of your soul, your vanity. You are so different from other men, she whispers. I feel safe with you. You understand me like no one else does. These words are not merely compliments, they are honey-coated chains. A woman who truly respects you will honor your path, not seek to detour you from it. She will admire your discipline, not test its limits. Marcus Aurelius warns, it is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. To live is to control oneself. To be seduced by words is to be controlled by another. The temptation of isolation. She seeks to pull you away from your brothers, your purpose, your path. Just the two of us, she says. Let's escape. This is not love. It is distraction. The greatest men in history did not forge their legacies in the arms of fleeting lovers, but in the fires of discipline and purpose. She may be a lover who asks for more time than you can afford, a friend who lures you into laziness, or a woman who subtly makes you choose between her and your mission. A true Stoic knows companionship should strengthen, not weaken. If her presence makes you less than you are, she is not your ally. She is your trial, the game of jealousy. She flirts with others in your presence not out of affection, but to provoke a reaction. She wants you to chase, to prove yourself worthy, but a man of discipline does not chase. He walks his path, and those worthy walk beside him. The moment you let jealousy dictate your actions, you have lost control of yourself. Seneca reminds us, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." Do not suffer for what does not belong to you. Maintain your path. Those who truly respect you will follow. 6. The test of your indifference. She will act as if she does not care to see if you will break your frame. She pulls away to see if you will reach for her. This is the game of the weak, the battle of those who seek validation rather than virtue. Do not engage. Your worth is not measured by another's attention. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Strength is in your control. Give it to no one. 7. The seduction of the flesh. She dresses for your eyes. She moves with intention. She speaks in ways that awaken the beast within you. But remember, the greatest men in history did not fall by the sword, but by surrendering to their appetites. What is one night of pleasure compared to a lifetime of discipline? Epictetus reminds us, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." She may offer herself, but it is your choice to accept or decline. A true Stoic remains in command. 8. The ultimate choice, your will or hers. At the end of all seduction lies a single question: who controls whom? If your desires rule you, she wins. If your discipline reigns, you remain unbroken. A woman who seeks to seduce you is not an enemy, nor is she evil. She is merely a test, and a Stoic welcomes all tests, for through them we prove our strength. Stand firm, govern yourself. Let no gaze, no touch, no whisper, no promise pull you from the path you were meant to walk. For in the end, the greatest conquest is not of land, nor of wealth, nor of flesh, but of oneself.